Every year at Katie's Garden we have a great selection of Christmas wreaths. For people who want something a bit showy, we have the decorated wreaths, which are all good to go. For people who want a more natural look, there's the cones and berries. And we also have plain wreaths, for people who like to put their own personal stamp on their wreath. So we've done the hard bit, all the fur is all the way around and it's just waiting for the adornments. And this year we are also providing the adornments. We have all sorts of things to choose from in the shop house, including ribbons for bows, berries, cones, sprigs, cinnamon bundles, parcels, all sorts of things, so that you can give it your own personal touch. If you're not sure what to do, just ask one of our friendly members of staff and they'll be happy to give you a demonstration. When you're attaching decorations to your wreath, you can use string and twine and things, thread, but you can make your life an awful lot easier using the wire stubs. You can get them from floristry supplies. And you want something that's nice and easy to bend but isn't going to break too easily, so it's really about getting the right gauge, and they will make your life so much easier. One of the most traditional items you can decorate your wreath with is the fir cones. Free to get hold of, good excuse to go out for a winter walk to find some. And this is where you definitely want your stub wire, it's really good for the job. Now when you're at school it was all about showing you're working. Wreath making, it's all about hiding it up. So we're going to very carefully feed it through all the leaflets of this. Make sure we don't break anything. Ideally the two bits will end up roughly the same length. So we want to be nice and tight in here. But I said make sure you're not going to damage anything. And then we want to twist, 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 twist. And we've got our prongs now to the back. Just feeding that through. Again, we want nice and tight. And this wreath is a ring, as I said, it's very hard to see really what's going on, but the wires have come out, and so we want to fold them over the main bit of the metal ring. Push them in so there's nothing sticking out, nothing that's going to be dangerous. Because you've got the wire, it means you can bend it around, so you can adjust it, have it facing different directions. Another traditional item you might want to try is the cinnamon sticks. They look very nice if you tie them up in a bundle. So we've got some of the raffia here. We'll twist and twist and twist. Christmas is all about excess, so don't be stingy with your materials. We want a good lot of this to work with. And we'll knot that up because we don't want anything coming apart, and they're going to be staying up for quite a few weeks in all sorts of weather. And then we're back with the stub wire again. Pass that through there. Giving it a good twist. And then same with the fir cones. We're finding our spot where we want it and threading our way through. So you'll find it's often easier just to work by feel from the back. Get it in, and again we're nice and snug. If you like a little bling for Christmas, you might want to try, we have parcels here. Again, they come on a wire, so that's nice and easy. Poke them through. Fold that through safely at the other end. Punched in nicely there. A bit of show. Got any of your favourite baubles? Again, you want to be using the stub wire. You just fold that through the loops that it should have. Again, you'll twist it through and be able to poke those in. Of course, you've got to have a bit of holly for Christmas. The ends of branches are the best. You need to give yourself a bit to play with. I need my secateurs for that. So it's a bit like when you're putting flowers in a vase. You're losing some of the lower leaves, and that's giving you something to play with. Slightly different technique on these. I always prefer to go with the grain because it's always going round in a circle. Find a promising spot, poke it in. Yeah, so that's right there. And you'll be very carefully threading your way through with that. You want to be careful that you're not going to cut into it. And you'll find the journey through. Keep flapping it, because again we want to hide what we're doing. And you'll go around there and then you can tie that up at the back and you'll do a twist, 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 and that will hold that in there. And so sometimes there's a bit of titivating involved to get everything hidden up. If you want to go down the route of dried fruits, you're better off buying them, I think, because they take an absolute age to do in the oven to get them dried out the way you need them. They don't hold up to the weather, so it's better if you've got a porch. Quite nice if you do them in pairs. You'll carefully poke, again, your stub wire, give a twist, and yet again you're going to find a likely spot, feed them through and fold it over from the back. Of course, you might find you get a few hungry birds coming to visit you as well, to come and help themselves. It wouldn't be Christmas without some ribbons and bows. So you're much better off if you can get wide ribbon, because you can see you can just sculpt that around so you can fold it the way you want. Normal ribbon is just going to flop and cause you problems. If you're using thick ribbon like we've got here, you'll do a lot of pinching to make sure your shapes are staying there while you're working. Like that. So we like a nice double ribbon, got one there. Yet again, we're using our stub wires to hold it in place. You might decide afterwards you want to put a nicer ribbon to hide that up, or you can use something like the cinnamon bundle, attach over the front of that. So it's all about having fun and going for the style you like. So it can be hard to see what's going on when you've got all the foliage in the way. So I'm just showing this is similar to the frames we use. So what you're doing when you're poking through all of the foliage, you're coming through the other side and you're aiming to get yourself around the wire frame so that when you're tying, you're clamping down onto it, and that's what's holding everything in place. Some of our wreaths are on a slightly different base. These rings are based on straw. They're much easier to work when they're wet, so you can poke things in. But that is what you're doing instead. You try to go in quite sideways and you're crunching your way in. And that's held nice and solid. Sometimes you end up coming through, so you want to fold it around again, make it safe so you're not getting stabbed. But there you go.